What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I just want to say happy Easter to everyone. Hopefully you guys had an amazing time with your family and friends. I've had a very busy week and weekend, so I haven't really had any clips or been able to record, so we're gonna change that and we're gonna attempt to film some stuff today, so let's do it. Alright, y'all, we're in a random parking garage. I would do this video outside, but it's a little bit windy and I still don't have a mic. My fault. But here's the BRZ, as you can see. So today's video is gonna be a little bit of a yap session. I've had this car for over 20,000 miles. So I think we're well overdue for a 20,000 mile ownership review. Those are gonna be a couple points that I'm gonna be talking about. Certain aspects of the car, my ownership. Those points are gonna be the gas mileage, power, handling, the actual space of the car. I know usually people don't include aftermarket support as part of their review, but personally me, I like to modify my vehicles. Aftermarket support is kind of important to me because I like to modify my vehicles. I'm not gonna buy a car that doesn't really have a lot of aftermarket support because I'm not gonna be able to do whatever I want to do to it. So the BRZ, however, has a lot of that. Damn. That thing's shit. Aftermarket support on these vehicles, I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all know, it is very expansive. There's a lot of things that you can do with these cars. So if you're one to modify your vehicle or enjoy swapping out parts, then this is a really good platform for you to do it on. A lot of first gen BRZ, FRS, GT86 parts fit on these cars. For example, I have BC coilovers on this car, and these BCs, literally on the BCs that I have on this car right now, it says 2012 something BRZ. So first gen BRZ parts do fit on a second gen chassis. When it comes to suspension, I think some exhaust and unequal length headers and all that stuff do fit on this car as well. So that was a very big selling point for me, was aftermarket support. Next thing, gas mileage. Currently get 26.5 mpg, highway city combined. Of course, this thing does surprisingly well on gas, especially for a 2.4 liter sports car. I get it, it's not the fastest thing, it's not a big V8 or crazy BMW motor or whatever, right? It's not the fastest thing on the road, but when it comes to gas mileage, this thing is great for a sports car. 26.5 miles. I probably fill this car up once or twice a week, and I drive this car pretty much every day. This is my daily, if you guys didn't know. That's why it's not in the best condition. It's kind of beat up, but that's besides the point. I personally think this car is great on gas. 26.5 is pretty good. It's on the higher end for a sports car when it comes to MPG, so not too bad. And again, this varies from your driving conditions, I would say. It would be, of course, lower if you were in the city more, or if you do track days, it'll be lower. Or if you beat on this thing every day, it'll be lower, of course. But for me, I do beat it on sometimes, and mainly just my commuter car, so I do average 26.5, which isn't that bad. W. All right, next topic is power. So this car does have a 2.4 boxer engine. It is the FA24. You guys knew that, you should probably do. Because you're watching this video. I can't remember off the top of my head how much horsepower this car makes. I believe it's 228 horsepower is how much it's making. Again, it's not the quickest thing, but when it comes to power to weight, this car is only 2,800 to 2,900 pounds curb weight. So power to weight ratio, 2,800 pound car, 228 pounds is not too bad. This car by all means is not the fastest car on the road. I'm pretty sure you guys know that. It is a fun two-door sports car that handles amazingly. I will get to that talking point, is handling, but for now we're gonna be talking about power. But for me, for my use, I get to easily pass people on the highway in 6th gear at like 3,500. Also, this thing is super fun to drive. It has like the right amount of power to weight, and weight distribution on this car is just beautiful. Feels so good to drive windy roads. So looking for a little back roads tailgate car, a fun weekend car to drive on some windy roads, this car is great for that. Next talking point is handling. These cars are great when it comes to handling. My car is on BCs, handles amazing, ride is great. My car is slammed, you can see. As a car that's slammed, it still handles really well. The ride isn't that bad. It is pretty forgiving for what it is. For people from Connecticut, if you know, or the Northeast or tri-state area, you know these roads are egregious. So driving a slam vehicle is like a nightmare, but with the ride height I'm at, it's really not too bad, honestly. Now we're talking about factory suspension. these cars still ride amazing on factory suspension. They handle super well. The only reason why I swapped them out is, again, I like my cars low to the ground, as you can see. So I had to get rid of that stock height, stock suspension. So, but if you're one to just grab the car and enjoy it as is on stock suspension, there's really no need to get coilovers or anything of that nature. If anything, you get lowering springs. But these cars are great out of the box with their suspension. Now my last and final talking point is the actual space in the car. This is a two-door sports car, guys. You know this. So don't expect to get this car and think it's the most practical thing in the world, because in reality it is not, right? For my situation, a coupe like this is enough space for me. It does have back seats, but I don't even count them, honestly, because you could barely fit a person in there. Space-wise inside the cabin, it's roomy enough, honestly. Driving position feels good. The bucket seats that come with the car are comfortable. They're nice and snug, but not too snug. The driving position of the car feels great. If you guys watch the POV videos, you guys can see that my arm pretty much just rests on the center console while I drive, and it's super comfortable, especially when commuting. So I love that about this vehicle. Comparing that to the Civic, where like the shifter's all the way down here, this car is night and day compared to the Civic when it comes to its drivability and comfortability. So BRZ. The seats are also foldable, so you can put them down and then you'll have pretty much an extended trunk space. It's actually pretty roomy. The trunk itself, without folding the seats down, has enough room to fit in, your tools, a spare tire maybe, and whatever other things you need. I could fit my road bike in this car, guys, by folding the seats down, so that's pretty wild. I'll see if I can insert some pics of that here. All right, my bad, y'all. It was kind of getting a little bit too dark in that parking garage, so I decided to come here into a more open space with more light and finish off this video. So, cabin space, right? Forgot my talking point. Forgot where I left off. But here's a little, I guess, POV. If you guys haven't seen any of my POV videos of what it looks like to, drive this car. Again, super roomy. Buckets are very comfortable. Drive position, like, look, like, it's great, bro. Like, I get to just rest my arm here and shift. So, very comfortable, especially in long commutes where there's traffic. So, you can't be mad at it. In conclusion, after owning this car for over, I think, close to 2 years now, 2 years is going to be in July, and putting over 20,000 miles on this car, what do I think? Hey, set up for this. I think this car is great. Not a lot of people like these cars, surprisingly. The BRZ and the GR86 chassis. I think initially they get a lot of hate. There's a lot of stuff out there, a lot of negative things about the motor, the extra RTV issues and whatnot. I think if you are looking to buy the BRZ or the GR86, do your due diligence as you would for any other car they're going to buy. Look at the pros, cons. I'm just giving you guys, my thoughts, my experience with this car for the past 20,000 miles. So take what I say with a grain of salt. If you're looking for a newer sports car, in whatever price range this is in, I think it's 35,000. Manual, I don't know. I can't give any input about the automatics. I don't know how good they are. People probably have videos on that all the time, but I think they're probably still decent, right? Don't get an automatic and manual. Are somewhat practical, has good aftermarket support, have fun car to commute, have fun car to bring to the track now and then this car is definitely worth it, I think. To get to the point, I'm just rambling and going off all these different directions. To get to the point, I think this car is great. I think it's worth it. I think if you are looking to buy one, get one. So yeah, that's my little ramble session, little video for today. I don't know if I'm gonna record more after this with this vlog. If not, it is what it is. But please leave a like, comment, and sub. I appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me. Last video kind of went crazy with the Civic stuff, so I'm gonna try to put out more Civic content for you guys. So don't worry, for all you Civic subscribers, I will upload more Civic content, I promise. But yeah, you guys will either see me in the next clip or the end screen. So catch y'all later. Peace.